Okay, my friend. So the first thing we need to do is you need to gather your supplies, the usual. It's your scoring and cutting machine. Tool, board, scissors. My suggestion for you, once we're starting right now, is to switch your glue gun on, okay? So the first thing is we will be using 12 by 12 paper. This is a 110-pound cardstock. This is the Park Lane brand from Joann's. I love this because it's very, very thick and it's perfect for any kind of project. So we're going to start with your cover. So your cover is going to be 6 by 12. So we're going to cut this at 6 inches. Just like that. And then you're going to need another 6 by 6. Set this one aside. This one is scrap, so we'll set that aside too. And then get your scoring tool. And then at the 12-inch mark, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 2.5, 8.5, and 9. Okay, so that's what it looks like. This is your front cover. This 1/2 inch right here, you're going to attach your 6 inches, and that makes your album. So the measurement of this album is 6 by 6 by 2. So 6 is the width, 6 is the height, and 2 inches is your spine. So that gives you a very thick, and it's you can put a lot of photos in that. So we're gonna, let me set this aside so it's not confusing. It's all white on my side, sorry. So you just score and burnish. Same. Make sure that when you burnish, especially for a 110-pound cardstock, especially these, it is better if you use a bone folder instead of just your fingers. Use a credit card, use a pen, whatever, as long as you burnish it. It's very, very important. And then next is we're going to no, I think this is done. So we're going to add our score tape. You can use your glue gun, you can use your score tape, you can use your glue, your wet glue, up to you. And then you remove it, and then you attach your 6 inch. And essentially, this is the entire cover. It's so simple, I promise. It's not even funny. So this tutorial will be in 3 parts. The first one is creating your basic. There's no decoration. This is our output for the album. This is it. This is, the first part is creating the base. We're going to be creating the album. We're going to be creating the hidden hinge. And we're going to be creating pockets and things. But we're not going to be, definitely we're not decorating. The second part would be putting your pages, the flips and the decoration, the flips and the elements of it, like the cut aparts and things. That's what we're doing on the second part. The third part is the decorating part. So right now we're just constructing. We're constructing your base. We're going to construct the hidden hinge this time. And then we're going to create the box. So the box as well as the box and the base box and the lid, like this. So we're going to be creating this. We're going to be creating this. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like, the box. So you're going to be needing at least 4 of your 110-pound cardstock. This is solid. I sell this. I make custom albums. And so this is what we're going to be doing. This one is magnetized. I put a magnet on it. My other prototype, the first one I made, this one uses a ribbon to close it up. But you can use whatever you want, when it comes to. Because this is the first album that I made. So normally I don't think about closures. I just create, and then once it's done, I realize like, oh, you know what? It would be cute if we made like magnetic closure or whatever. And also this is definitely optional because you can insert a photo right there for, photo of the baby right there. You can if you wanted to. If you want it just closed, you know, you can also. Do I have a sample? I don't think I have a sample of something that doesn't have the hole right here. So essentially, I'm not going to teach you how to make the hole. I just put a square die and then ran it through my my machine. The reason why this is 6 inches is it saves so much paper, and the maximum that my big cake will accommodate is 6 inches. So I can't go any bigger than this if I want to put a hole. So all these are into consideration when I design anything. So we're going to be creating now the hidden hinge. After the hidden hinge creation, we're going to make the box base and then the lid, and then that's the end of the first video. The second video is creating the pockets, the flaps, etc. That's going to be in the second video, and the third video will be decorating everything. So let's start with the hidden hinge now. So the hidden hinge, my suggestion for you, a lot of friends say Tyvek is a good one. I forgot what Gina said about... Hey Gina, if you're watching this video, can you put a comment on... I forgot, I wrote it somewhere, but I don't know where I put it. It's the material that you use for the hinge of your albums. Right now, I'm just going to be using like copy paper because I find it easier to... manipulate. You can also use the leftover 110-pound cardstock, but it's so thick because you're going to fold it onto itself. Like the maximum probably that you can do would be your 65-pound cardstock. So I have a 65-pound cardstock here. We'll just use that because I don't have copy paper. So the hidden hinge, it is 5 5/8 by 5. So we're going to cut 5 right here and 5 5/8. It is the next score mark after 5 1/2. All right, so right there, and the height is 5 5/8. So this is how we're going to be scoring at the 5-inch mark. So we're going to be scoring 1/4 of an inch, every single 1/4 of an inch, okay, every quarter. So 1/4, make sure that you do this well and hold your paper so it doesn't move on you. So you're scoring every 1/4, 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1 inch, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 2 inches until you hit 4 3/4. That's your last score mark. So score right now, score it with me. You can pause the video if you want to, if you need a little bit more time, but I'm just essentially scoring it firmly without destroying the fabric of the paper. Very firm, but not destroying. Okay, so this is what we have made right there. Okay. I like to use score tape for these projects. It makes my life easier. You can definitely use this one. Do not use glue gun for this. It's not advisable. I wouldn't do it if I were you. The next part is we're going to identify what we are going to put adhesive, where we're going to put adhesive. So definitely, if we're going to start counting from the left, you're going to put adhesive right here. So number 2, adhesive, you're 2, 4. So every even number you put adhesive, right? Because you're going to fold it. No, sorry. No, cancel that. Okay, sorry. I'm moving the table, so I'm moving the camera. I don't know how to erase this. Okay, anywho. So, definitely number 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I think so, yeah. So because these two fold on each other. There's a space, and then these two fold on each other. There's a space. These 8 and 9 fold onto each other. 10 is your space. So 11 fold onto each other. 13 is your space. So 14 fold on each other. 16, 15, 16 is your space. 17 fold on each other. I'm very confused. I'll just do it so I can show you. Oh my god. This made it longer. I'm sorry about that. And I am not reshooting this video, just to let you know. So here's the concept. This is your space. This, your second and third will be attached to each other. Just like this. This is what your hidden hinge looks like, see? Right there. It's a very simple concept. As soon as you understand the concept, it's going to be like, oh my god, that was easy, Christian. You did not explain it at all very well. Sorry about that, but okay. So essentially, this is what we're doing. We're creating a hinge and we're putting our adhesive onto one of them. So for example, this one, I put the adhesive on number 2, and then number 2 hugs number 3. Don't forget to do this. This is very good. It's very important. Right. So now we have 2 and 3 sandwiched. And this is where in the front, we're going to put the adhesive right there. But we're just focusing on the back right now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you add it to number 5. That's essentially the pattern. So every hinge requires 4 1/4 of an inch sections. Okay, so that's 1 inch. Okay, so don't forget to score with your bone folder. I promise you it's going to be worth your time. Right there. See, we're just creating our hinge. So keep on going until you reach that. This is what I would do so it's not confusing. I would do it one at a time, and then scoring it each and every time so you're not confused. So don't forget, you always have to put a space in between, okay? Space in between the 2. In between every hinge. Every hinge there will be a space. It's like making pleats. So keep on going, keep on going. I'm going to keep on going as well. So since we've already created the hinge, see? So since this is 5 inches, we are making 5 hinges right here. Okay? I hope that is clear. Next is we're going to put another one. I don't know if you want me to go through each and every. In a live, I could do feedback. I can say, do you guys want me to do everything? Or do you want me to skip? But I can't because this is a recorded video. So I'm just going to do it. And if you're watching the video with the intention of creating it at home, you're probably doing it with me. So let's just do it. I'm just adding, this is, if you're interested, this is 1/4 of an inch score tape. I buy mine from Amazon. It's like the cheap version, non-branded version is what I use. No need to brand your score tape with score tape name. It's okay with me. But if you want to use your brand names, feel free, have fun. I just like to buy them in bulk, like batches of 10, especially for these projects. If I know that I'm selling a kit, I buy them before I start selling kits. So right there, right there, right there. So this thicker one goes in the back. Okay, there's a reason for that. It's because I do have, you know, you can see we have this area right here and it gives us a little bit more space. This is perfectly perfect because this is 2 inches. You're not going to go wrong with this one. Okay, obviously if you want to use like printed cardstock for your hinge, feel free to do that. Go ahead. I just want to tell you, do not use very, very thick paper. Do not use very thick paper. It's not a good idea. Okay, so now we're just putting adhesive on the back so that we can attach it to our spine. I'm using I think this is 3/4 of an inch. Again, you can use, I wouldn't use a glue gun because it sets so fast. I would probably use liquid glue at this point. if you wanted to. If it's hard for you to kind of approximate in centering, if you're bad at centering, then I would use liquid glue, because you have a lot of time to make the necessary adjustments. My favorite is Barely Arts. I love the tip. I am not a design team member anymore, but I still love, love, love this product so much. I just did my nails last night, so that's why I do this. So I just remove the thing, and then we're going to, again, this video is just creating the base. So if you want to see the decorating, if you want to see the pages getting created, this is not the video for you. This is to create your base, which is the cover, the hinge, the box. Everything will be white at this point for now. So this one, you just approximate. Make sure that you kind of approximate like which one is center. This should be exactly 2 inches. I mean, more or less. I would make it flush in the front and then the back, right there. So we've attached our hinge. It is our hidden hinge right here. This looks so clean. I love it. So how many hinges do we have? We have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we have 6 hinges. That's awesome. So right there, that tells you that you have 6 pages. That means you have like 12, like back and forth, you know. So that gives you a lot of real estate. So we are done with our front page, our hidden hinge, and that is done right there. The next part, we're creating the box, the base box, and the lid, and then that's it. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, my friend, so the base of the box, you are going to need 12 by 12 for just the base. And my suggestion for you, as always, use 110-pound cardstock. You are not going to regret it, because your box is going to be solid. So let's start. With the 12 by 12 cardstock right here, you're going to score, and it's very easy. You're going to score at 5/8 of an inch, which is the tick mark after the half. 5/8 and 2 7/8 on all 4 sides. So you're going to do this again for all in each and every side. 5/8, 2 7/8. Do that again. Keep on going. 5/8 and 2 7/8. That is your box. This is your box base. 5/8 and 2 7/8. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside for now. We've created our base. We're gonna set that aside, and now we're gonna score and burnish. Use your bone folder. Again, this is a box. You want it to be sharp and crisp. Always, always, if you have your bone folder, use it. Especially for these big projects. Score. Put some elbow grease in there and have fun with that. Use your muscles. I've realized that if I score right here and fold away from me, the paper doesn't fray. So that's another tip for you. It doesn't fray. I don't know how else to say it, like the fibers and things. I don't even know if that's the real word, but you know, it doesn't have all these weird looking things on the paper. I don't know if it's fraying is what it's called, but the breakdown of the fiber. It looks cleaner, as you can see, if you fold away from yourself. So next, we've done that. Next is we're going to create our reinforcement. So this is a reinforcement. So you're going to cut your reinforcement slanted, and then here, this is how we do it. And we're going to do this 4 times, so you don't worry if you don't get it the first time. So we're cutting this right here because this is a reinforcement. You're going to do a diagonal again and towards the other reinforcement, and then you cut this off. Right? That's the formula. Cut the reinforcement, go up, hide this from yourself, and then create your tab. You're creating your tab and you're creating the reinforcement for the next side, and then cut this off because it's not pretty. That's essentially it. You're just making tabs. You do that 4 times. Same thing. Cut your diagonal piece, go up. You're going to create your tab. I think this is from my cloth. That's why it was so hard. There you go. I was using fabric scissors. That's why it was like not working out very well. Okay, so do the same. Create your tab. Create your tab on the other side. Hook with your reinforcement on this side, and then remove this to make it pretty. That is essentially it. And your box is done. Remember I asked you to switch your glue gun on, because this is what you're going to do. You're going to use your glue gun for this. So the first thing you're going to do, find your tabs. That's what you're going to glue first. Find your tabs. That's the area to glue. So I'm just using my glue gun. No big deal. I just close it up just like that. Turn it. Do the same thing for the other side. Don't close this yet, because that's not where we're going yet. Right there. Close it up. Easy, fun, done. Next, of course, you're going to glue this right here. So you're going to put adhesive. I use glue gun because I'm quite fast with the construction of this. If you feel that you're not fast enough, I would use wet glue, so you have time to kind of look at it and see where you're going and things. And then you attach it. You just kind of do that, approximate right there. That's why I don't want you to close this up yet, because I want them attached here before we're going to close it and make it all pretty. So that there's a reason. There is a reason to my craziness sometimes. Sometimes I make sense. Oh, this glue gun is definitely having trigger problems. I don't like that. Why is that? Like, that's so annoying. Next, this is the last. I'm doing it on the inside portions. It would be better if I did it closer to the side. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. And then next, now we make it pretty. What is that? We make it pretty by last one. We've created our box already. Right there. Your box is done. This is where it's going to be. Look how perfect it goes there. The height, you can embellish up to this much. Don't make it too bulky, the front, because you have this much clearance, a quarter of an inch clearance, okay? I'm not saying don't put foam. I'm just saying be mindful of the foam that you're adding. The next one is we're going to create the lid. Okay, so for the lid, you're going to need 8 7/8 by 8 7/8 paper, okay? And I have an 8 7/8 by 8 7/8 right here. You're going to score it at 1/2 inch and 1 1/4. So 1/2 inch and 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. 1/2 inch, 1/2, and 1 1/4. Same for all of the sides. 1/2 inch and 1 1/4. 1/2, 1 1/4. I'm going to set this aside because we don't need it anymore. You're going to score. Fold the paper away from yourself. Fold the paper away from yourself. You're going to see 3 score marks on mine because I made a mistake. And so I'm going to edit the video. So this is the right measurement. 1/2 inch and 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. And then you get your 1/2. It's okay. I am going to cover it with beautiful cardstock, decorative cardstock on the side. So I'm not bothered. And I will edit the video so you're going to see the correct measurement and product. Okay, so that's that. And then we're going to do the exact same thing. Ignore this score line. Ignore it. We're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to cut diagonal, go up, and then create your tab. And then attach to the tab. Cut this one to make it pretty. Do all 4 sides. Diagonal, up, up, tab, create your tab, diagonal, make it pretty. Okay. Next, again, diagonal, go up, tab, tab, diagonal, make it pretty. That's the formula. Diagonal, up, tab, tab, create the tab right there, and then make it pretty. That is it. Now you are going to find your tabs, and that's what you're going to attach first, right? We did this earlier. Okay, you attach that. Do the same for the other side, friend. Other one too. There is a reason for it. Next, I tell you this all the time, do not make your lid without practicing with the box, right? Always, always practice with your box right here. It's very important. For this lid section, we're going to attach this already, simply because you want it to have the actual thickness. Okay, attach them all. This is the only time that we're doing it for lids. But for base boxes, you wait until the tabs are attached, because we want this to be flush and perfect. So now you're going to start practicing. It's going to be very difficult to do if you don't practice it. Okay, so it looks like we got good feedback right there. It fits perfectly, and then now we just add the glue. And right there. Hold it for just 4 seconds. Do the same on the other side. Essentially, our box is done, and you know, we can have fun decorating. I would love to know in the comment section what collection, what you're going to do with this project. Are you going to be making it for a baby album, a wedding album? Is it going to be a vacation? Is it going to be a gift? Or is it going to be for yourself? I would love, love, love to know. And if you like this video, I would love it if you give it a thumbs up, put a comment, and follow or subscribe to my channel if you haven't followed already. So our lid is done. Our base, like, album with a hinge is done. Right there. Absolutely perfect. I hope you come back for part 2 of the video, where we're going to be creating the pages, like the flaps and the flips and things. It's going to be so much fun. I hope you come back for that next video. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me on part 1 of the DIY 6x6 album with hidden hinge, plus the box or the organizer for it. Come back for part 2. Bye, guys.